Hey YouTube family, this is 40 Acres and me coming back at ya, coming black at ya. Alright, so here we got some updates. Shout out to Diva Jones. She the one that commented on my last video, and I went on ahead and did what she suggested to do, was use some fertilizer. So what I did was, I got some of this right here. Some of this Alaska fish fertilizer 511. This is something that I've been had for a while. It's I actually had this for some years, but just never really used it like that. So you know, I'm gonna go ahead and do an update to it. So it hasn't really been that long. It's only been about a few days that's gone by since I used this on only these right here. These right here, and that's it. These over here, I didn't do anything with those except for, you know, just give them regular watering. But I do want to kind of show the difference. It's something that I did realize, something that I was able to see, is that when I did that, when I did use the fertilizer, it really strengthened the plants. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna give you guys an example. Okay, so I'm gonna do something real quick. You see how I just bounced back? Well, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do that to one of these. You see how it wants to just lean like that, you know? Yeah. And then I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do it with this too. So here, I think it's the kale. You go like this. I mean, it's pretty strong. It keeps bouncing back. But with this right here, this is kale too. And as you can see, it's a lot more fragile. And it got the collard greens. I can do the same with that. Boom, boom. It just bounced right back. So them stems, what that fertilizer did was create stronger stems. I realized that's what they did. So, but here's just an update on them. They're coming together. I can't wait to, I'm just looking forward to putting them outside, and so they can get some good sunlight and, you know, go ahead and get nice and big and healthy for me to eat. Yeah, there go my cabbage back there. So off camera, I did plant some more cabbage, because as I stated before, I only got one cabbage right here growing, and that's just not enough for me. So off camera, I planted some more cabbage in that A container, which I have upstairs, which I don't have down here at the time. But eventually I'm, you know, give you guys the update on that too. Got my one little watermelon plant right there. I believe that's a black diamond watermelon. I believe so. So here it is, update, y'all. Y'all stay tuned for Poetic Thursdays. All right, so it's Poetic Thursday. Again, back at you, 40 Acres and me. I haven't really been making many videos up to this point, basically due to the fact that, you know, I know you guys want to see the progress of the plants, but, you know, as we all know, as gardeners, everything takes time. So I'm waiting on those to go ahead and blossom and do great. And I'm also looking forward to the weather change as well. As soon as the weather changes and breaks. Yes, 2 days ago we had a very nice day. Got almost 80 degrees in Milwaukee 2 days ago. So, but that was just one day. Now it's back down to like 40, and I think tomorrow we're supposed to get a high of something like 40 degrees. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But I'll keep you guys updated when I go ahead and make that indoor to outdoor transition. All right, so this right here is a poem that it actually took me some time to write this, because what I actually did was I put multiple people's stories all in one. All these stories are real. All these stories are true. But I just put multiple stories in one to create this one story, which I titled Savage. All right. Entering this world fresh and brand new, from out of the darkest womb into light and life, a young mind with no clue, getting into everything, that's just what babies do. A hand slap, or on the rear, a little tap from a loving mother saying, don't touch that. As he grows, mind still full of innocence, wanting to do everything on his own, understanding he's not privileged. As he enters school, realizing teacher treats him different. No father, mom always working, so no one will listen. Knowing he's smart and gifted, but hides it. Doesn't want his friends to look at him different. But what he thinks is a blessing inhibits his mind, but he's truly timid. Seeing what the world has to offer, he builds up his physical strength. Listening to older heads telling him to get it. Never mind who did it in the past or the consequences. He just feels like time is ticking. A soldier for real on that old literature. Love, life, loyalty, wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Understanding from that organization, his loyalty is demanded. A true soldier for his set. In his life, can't afford to live with regrets. These streets full of vultures. His mom dies and heart grows colder. Has an older sister and brother, but they're much older. The feeling of love he gets from his peers overrides his better judgment, pushing away all thoughts of fear. As time goes on, his actions escalate to eventually committing a crime that seals another man's fate. He gets caught by the law. Now a jury's judgment he must face, understanding the severity of his actions, but doing the time he just can't take. Nightmares plague his mind from past sins undefined, living amongst a bunch of brutes. For his life, he must keep a watchful eye. Some get shanked, losing their lives mostly on respect's sake. In prison, it's a different world. You either strong or you break. As he does his time, true family and friends he never had is what he starts to realize. Suppressing his emotions is a guise to pass the time. Surviving the institutional system and getting out is all that's on his mind. 15 years pass. He's grown in size and mind. Achieving a GED, wanting to leave the bullshit behind. His release date has come, so now it's time to prove to himself what he can achieve despite what he's been through. He hits the old block he used to run, attempting to change the minds of shorties with guns, promoting positivity and true legit fun, staying focused and praising a God higher than the sun. Then one day he meets a troubled child with the look of hopelessness and void of any smile. The boy says He's having problems he does not know how to deal with. Some guys around the block want to recruit him in their clique. Just as the boy speaks on this topic, the guys he mentioned were approaching. He tells the boy not to speak. Talk to the guys, saying, "Shorty with me." One of the guys say, "This has nothing to do with you." He says, "It do. Crazy thing is, you remind me of me when I was you." One of the guys stepped up and he defended himself, getting the best of the guy because strength was his stealth. But the guy pulled out a gun because he didn't want to yell for help. The guys ran. The boy was stunned that for him, he would sacrifice himself. So that one right there was very dear to me. I wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys. But basically, in this poem right here, you might not like the ending, and you might not like what goes on inside of the poem, and you might not be feeling all that negative talk or whatnot. But that's what we're hearing today. We're hearing a lot of negative thought, a lot of negative talk. Just, if you let them tell it, everybody would think this is doomsday right here. Like this is it for us as humanity, as a people. This is it for us. But it's not. And just like there's a positive in this story, if you really understand why there's a positive in the story or the poem, there's also a positive in this. See, the old system didn't work for us. The old system didn't work for us. So anything to beat that old system that we've been dealing with in the first place. And if this is what it takes, we got to understand God is in control. He's painting the picture. But we don't see the whole picture, but he does. And for his people, he gonna take care of. He gonna take care of his people. So y'all just stay positive. Y'all stay positive. Spend time with your families. Cherish them. Don't rely on your job. If you got a business that you want to come up with, a business idea, you cook, whatever it is that you do, come up with that business idea, you know what I mean? And do something that you would enjoy doing anyway and getting paid from. So I just thought I'd go ahead and share some of my thoughts with you guys. For you guys that watch my videos and really tune in every Thursday for this information and these poems, I really appreciate y'all. All right, love y'all. Y'all keep staying tuned. Stay tuned. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I do this for y'all. All right, love y'all.